Hello YouTube, my name is Parker and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. In the last episode we wrote some poems and we showed them off and some people talked, and then Yuri and the girl with the pink hair, I can't remember the name of, got into a fight. And I just realized that Sayori, that's her name, she's doing like the Marilyn Monroe thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Future me will put up some sort of reference. But let's get back into the game. Alright. God, it's been a while since I've ever done this and I've forgotten all the voices. They weren't good in the slightest. Alright, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I don't even need my hand on the keyboard. I default to putting my hand over like the W, A, S, and D keys, and I just kind of naturally put my hand there. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Oh no. I have already forgotten what voice you have. Yours was... Hi, Parker! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. God, the laughing. I can't do the laughing at all. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. Nobody says that in America. Nobody goes, eh? Do they? I don't think so. They'll go like, eh? But like, I don't know. I have my reasons. I do. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that? All of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only two small You wanted me to buy it. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. Oh my god. It's Undertale. It's been forever since I played Undertale, but I have to do the... Wasn't the Timmies do that? They went, wah, or whatever. The Timmies. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Oh no. Ha ha ha. She had like a kind of quiet voice. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Parker to let me borrow some money. Oh my god. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. Oh god, and they have similar voices, too. How do I make them sound like distinct? I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Oh god, I've been playing, Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. So, you know. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Is that foreshadowing something? Is that foreshadowing at all? Potentially in this? So we've been playing this in total for maybe going about an hour and a half total over the last few episodes. I'm wondering, it can't go too much longer before like the creepy stuff starts to happen. The murdery things. Don't let it bother you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki, that's her name. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Okay, this is just happening. What is that face she's making? Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Oh god, I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. I'm having to switch between voices. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. And now it sounds almost monotone again. I don't know, we're gonna try that. I'll get used to it, I guess. She hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! So good! Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Oh, I thought she was choking. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leaps down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Oh my god. Hey! Oh. Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Is this starting? Is something starting now? Is somebody going missing? Is that... You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's so true. Crap, now it just sounds like a combination of the two. Excuse me. Suddenly, the door swings open. Oh, crap. I don't have a voice. What was her voice? Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend. And Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up, anyway? Oh, no, wait, that was me talking. Crap. Well, my last period today was at study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. Oh, wait, that makes no sense, though. Why would... You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Something happening? Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Interesting. Is something happening? Something... supernatural, perhaps? Or murderous? Or... I don't mind, really. Man, she's just got... I just kind of keep swapping her voice. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Oh god, am I gonna have to play the piano in this game or something? It's like 999 in that one room where you had to do the piano thing. If anybody remembers that. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Parker. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Alright. Hey Yuri. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. I could see her going into almost a British accent. I don't even know if I could do a British accent, but... If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Oh, okay. I was wondering that. How did they make the tea in the freaking classroom? I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two going off to? Eh? Oh, what he says like that. At least not that I'm aware of. Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. Well, we're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Parker in our club's activities? Eh? I'm not even sure how to say that. Like, how do you even say just a dash? Just a... Huh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Parker. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Parker, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Is something happening? Like, are we... Like, this is really early. Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. I'll bet this is because the last 2 poems I wrote appealed to her, and I'll bet that's why. Ah, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? A friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Parker, I really like being friends with you. Damn it, friend zoned. I had to do that. I had to. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Parker, do you like oolong tea? I had oolong tea once. No, wait. There was a kind of tea I had once, in real life. I can't remember if it was oolong or something else. I think it might have been something else. Or like robust tea or something. It was called something like that. It was that or oolong, and I cannot remember. I couldn't drink it. It smelled so... I don't know. It was such a strong smell that I just couldn't stand the smell of it, that I just could not bring myself to even drink it at all. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Maybe it was the brand too. I have no idea. I don't even remember what kind of tea it was, but I couldn't for some reason. I don't even remember what it smelled like in all honesty, but I remember I had tea and I just couldn't drink it because it just smelled so bad. I just made like with a tea bag that we had around the house. I don't know how anybody else in the house drank that. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Oh, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Parker. I've known you for like 3 days. 3-4 days. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Parker, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because... I had a feeling we were going there. I was waiting to see. I had a feeling, but I thought, oh my god. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. This is really shaping into a British accent at this point. This is becoming just a straight up British accent. But fair enough. I think it is. It sounds like it to me, but on the recording it probably sounds different. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Oh my god. What was that guy's name in Fire Emblem Awakening? Going on another tangent here. What was his name? The thief that loved like candy and stuff. He always had like a bag of candy, and then Chrom paid him in candy to join them. To join like your team. What was his name? Gaius, that was his name. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Uh-oh. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. ... After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh, we got another thing. This time we got, like, particle effects, dust. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another one, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. Well, that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Oh, wait. Did that change? I didn't notice that. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Oh, it does change. It is changing with, like, her facial expression. Parker. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. ... How did it even come to this? How did it come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Good lord. Okay, everyone. Wah! Oh god, I need to say a Timmy thing now. Timmy. Hoy! I don't know what a Temmie voice would sound like. Ah. Yuri jolts back. Oh, it's time to share poems. Parker, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. And in the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Alright. So I don't know, does the order matter of this, or is it just like whatever order I choose? So I think this time I'll do Monica first. Hi again, Parker. I need to get her voice down because I have no idea what kind of voice she has. Hi again, Parker. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's? Yes, definitely. That's interesting. So I wonder what happens if I change my writing style between days. I'm gonna try that maybe. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. Hold on, I gotta check my recording. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway... You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Alright. Save me. I'm gonna try to read this in her voice. The colors, they won't... No, that's not right. God. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine... Oh, no. No! I can't. I have to do the freaking Sho Minamimoto voice for that. Sine! Cosine! Tangent! Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza... Wait, what? Wait. I'm very confused now. An endless poem of meaningless... Oh, okay. Load me? What? God. Wait. Did something just change? No. God, if anybody's played The World Ends With You, you'll know there's a guy in there, and he was very, like, mathy, and he would always... And he would go around with this big megaphone, and he'd be like, sine! Cosine! Tangent! And you battle him at one point, and he just... That's like what he says while you're battling him. That's a good game. They're actually remaking that. It's coming out in fall on the Switch. I'm gonna be getting that. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day, number 2. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your... Okay, there, we did the thing. You know, the little minor fourth wall break there, but we did it anyway. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. I told you before, I played the entire Zero Escape trilogy. I'm getting vibes of the freaking timeline, what was it called? The like timeline thing from the second and third games that you would scroll around on. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Fourth wall breaks, everybody. There. Oh. Fourth wall break. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, next up, let's do... Natsuki, I guess. I'm gonna do Yuri last, I think, this time. I liked your last one better. Oh, that's interesting. You can tell it changed. It really... Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels with all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through all that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you've figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. I didn't realize it, and I just realized it now that the music changes. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing in my favorite love song. Oh god, it's the freaking recorder. And all I can hear, you know those memes where they play like the song, but it's a recorder and it's really, really bad? It reminds me of those memes. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. This music is just off key enough to be like really distracting. And that's really, really weird. It's like just... I mean, it's not off key, it's like just off. I don't know. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Based on a true story. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. We got 2 more left, eh? Alright, it's a bit shorter than usual today, but I'm gonna leave this episode here. Gonna save. And if you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that really helps the channel out. Hopefully in the next episode, the scary part will start to happen. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.